My name is Bob Yee. I'm with the Palm Springs Navy League, and I'm here to interview Edward Weiss, who was served on the USS Tennessee during the assault and capture of Iwo Jima.
When we went to and we talked after the lady and replenished our ammunition and the food supplies, we set sail for Iwo Jima. There was other battleships too, and each battleship was given an area for fire support. Our area was Mount Sarabaki, which was a volcano, a dead volcano, and it had a big pocket inside, and it was nothing but volcano rocks, which was harder than steel. And as the troops were going up to the top, when they landed okay, but when they started to advance, the Japanese opened up on them from the pillboxes. And then they tried to ascend Mount Sarabaki. And on the island, there was all kind of tunnels. And that's where the Japanese were quartered. And as much as we fired onto them, we hardly dented the rocks. And so while it was there, it was a story about a Marine. He was a Mormon, and he didn't believe in fighting with guns. So they made him a medic. So he was climbing up the mountains with the troops as they were advancing, treating the wounded. And so it was a Japanese sniper about 20 yards from him, and he had him in his sights, and he said he could fire, but he didn't. So years later, this medic, became a preacher, and he was explaining his experience. And from the back room, a man spoke up, and he was the Japanese, and he says, "Mr. Goss," he says, "I was that sniper." He says, "I had you in my sights, I had my finger on the trigger, but," he says, I get choked up with it. He said, I had you in my sights, but I couldn't fire because you were treating the wounded. You were treating our wounded and the Navy's wounded, or the Marines. So when the troops got all the way up to the top, we were about 5 miles offshore, and we had the word that they raised the flag on Mount Sarabaki. They only raised a small one, and then later on they raised a larger one.